Nice. So, gonna welcome in everybody to the show as we kick things off officially here on this Wednesday evening. Welcome into the Semi-Perfect Podcast. Apologies for the late delay on the start. That's my fault. Sarah right now is actually wrapping up her last day working at her toy design company. So she's going to be a little bit more available, probably over the next bit of time. But, yeah. I just I'm not a Mac user, so when I get onto these, I'm like, where's the start button?
Where's the leak, ma'am?
Just can't.
You should design some really weird.
Skip SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Can't. It's impossible.
So, what we often do here for anyone that's new is we typically jump into some posts by our viewers where they send us all the delicious things that they're eating during the podcast. And we comment on it. And that's because I'm hungry and I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm excited to see. I don't even know what the first thing is. Drummershai posted something that's in a box. It's just...
Is it
I don't know.
Can't say it because it's a bad word.
Is it a cat that's both alive and dead?
No.
The position of state.
Is
it another box that he mailed to himself?
I can never say the name.
And when it arrives,
it looks almost like...
it with the hammer!
It almost looks like corn chips, but we got some Coke Zero there. We have the Cake Slayer having some small sourdough sandwich with toasted turkey, Kobe Jack, and provolone slices, mayo, and crunchy peanut butter for dessert.
pretended that it's not.
Let's see. ACRacebest Prime says about to tune into the Semi-Perfect Podcast with some vanilla pudding and Creeper Brown merch.
All right, representing the merchandise that I don't get any money from.
That came from a real place.
It did. That surprised me.
Support. Silver Blaze says ready for the podcast, and it looks like they're going to be playing Overwatch during the podcast, so giving us our full attention. Nikki D says no food for the Semi-Perfect Podcast, so here's some food I had when I was in Disney World last week. Oh, this is torture. We got bacon, and I think there's sushi, and
it was only $50
for each.
Right?
They have a Dole Whip. Those are good. Those are really good. We're going to be having probably more discussions about Dole Whips in the future of this podcast for reasons.
As opposed to sharp whips?
Yes. Dole Whips. Yeah, thank you, Gabe. Rosie says enjoying some pierogi?
Pierogies.
What's pierogies? What are those?
Pierogi is Russian. It is meat pocket full of potato.
I thought it was Polish.
Pierogi is Polish. It is that. I can't do that.
I thought it was Japanese.
Oh!
Oh no.
Okay. See, Ross has this a bit of a, I guess you could call it a tradition, where they made this book cover called Waiting for Toodles, and it's the Semi-Perfect Podcast, Waiting for Toodles, and it's essentially making fun of how it takes me forever to get these things started when Toodles isn't here. So, Sarah, when we don't have her, I'm in complete turmoil. Isn't that sweet? Nora Mermaid says, I'm eating cereal because I can't function today while watching the podcast.
Yeah, Nora eats the
Today.
real stuff. Skinny Pop cereal, she knows how to...
I heard that, Gabe. Norse says, a cute fluffy bunny showed up to donate some cookies for the ZPD. Goes great with milk! I wonder what they're talking about.
You
Who is the
found your
bunny?
way into Jeff's heart through his wiener.
And welcome to this happy show. What is that? Gonna be eating
Call it a
this
hustle, sweetheart.
this thing. They posted a picture of like a... Is that a gorilla?
Harambe. It's Harambe.
Oh, yeah. So, again, a reminder for everybody, we'll be doing Q&A later in this podcast.
Shots.
So before we jump into one of our big topics for the day, I'm curious, how are you all doing? Oh, I never even introduced you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us here tonight, because I got everything together. Black Griffin,
Ha ha ha.
Hirosashii,
You'll be a soldier.
we got Laura and Saber,
Hey.
God, that was strong.
and Paleo.
Hello.
And I'm Toodles for the moment, as she makes her way home from work. How's your guys' last 2 weeks been?
Wait.
Well, I went to
Crazy.
BronyCon, so it was awful.
Yeah, right.
We have
Oh.
seen each other in the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
That was you?
Disappointed?
Oh.
Mm.
That wasn't.
We need
Well,
permission to join the podcast channel. What?
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't need any permission.
I don't know if he can hear that.
Yeah.
Since he's not in the podcast yet.
No. Yeah. Henry's trying to join us.
Yeah, Bvids. But yeah, so as we sort that out, anything new, anything exciting for anybody over the last 2 weeks outside of the obvious of we all went to BronyCon? Anything happen?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, does someone else want to go first?
Spoke up, so go for it.
Okay. So I know everyone's talking about it too much, which will make this annoying, but I got to see the Eclipse totality. Went right
the
on the
totality.
center line in Idaho.
It's the
What?
sequel to the first Eclipse movie. It's
Yes.
called Eclipse.
But it was. I've wanted to see an eclipse my whole life, so it was really, really awesome to get to experience the, total eclipse. And I got some really neat pictures of it. I was surprised at a few things. I was surprised how dark it got. I expected it to get dark, but it was like nighttime with a very light sunset around the entire horizon, a 360-degree sunset. It was also neat to see the spring and like late winter constellations in the sky, even though it was summer. And also the corona of the sun was really prominent. The flux lines were visible, so I could actually tell where the poles of the sun were, and I could see solar flare prominences
No.
sticking out from around the moon, which was insane and just ethereal. It was ridiculous.
Just in
And,
case you forgot, Gabe was smart. Gabe's smart.
I always forget, honestly.
Did that work?
Me too.
Yeah. Henry's
Uh-oh.
here now.
Also, welcome into the podcast. We got Bvids.
Henry!
First time. Hello!
Welcome to the podcast.
How are y'all doing?
We're good. We were going over what's new or exciting that's happened in the last 2 weeks, outside of one of our topics, which is going to be BronyCon. Anything new and exciting for you, Henry?
This traffic I'm stuck in is pretty new.
Give us a traffic report. Give us a traffic report.
You gotta do a
We
helicopter
ain't going
noise.
nowhere.
What are things like on the jam cams?
The jam.
Pretty jammed.
Jam camps.
I'm pretty sure there's some jelly out here. And, pretty jammed up.
Where are you right now? Like what freeway are you on?
Right now, I am on the 55.
Okay, I don't have too much experience with the 55.
So I'm leaving Newport Coast, and I'm trying to go back to Orange County, where I live.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm going to need it.
luck.
There
Uh,
are so
Wow,
many
you did the
hot
thing.
shop
I did.
billboards.
well, good luck on your drive there. Thanks for joining us here today. As we have an exciting podcast ahead of us here, as we're going to be talking quite a bit, probably for the next 30 minutes, in regards to BronyCon and the experiences, and obviously there's a couple topics in and around that. So if you guys are good to dive right in, you guys ready to talk about BronyCon?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
What?
Yeah, I know. So, this was the first year that I came out to Brony. Or no, I should say this is the first year in the last few that I arrived the night before BronyCon as opposed to the morning of. And it was a lot better. Not to mention, I also got to ride in a car with, I don't know if you guys have heard of them, Black Griffin.
What?
Who?
Who's that?
I'm so sorry.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. So
I
Gabe
heard
and
he was a jerk.
I got picked up at the airport together. We were also in the car with a Kyle Rideout, voice of Thorax, so got to meet him a little bit.
Riding out so hard. We rode out with a thorax.
We did. I'm so glad that we had, like, I think I'm trying to remember what happened, but at one point I called him Hideout before I ever met him, and I'm glad I did, because otherwise I would have done it to his face.
Scott kept calling him thorax, which I thought was funny.
It's awesome.
That's the
He
safe
was,
word.
he was really very shy, very, very quiet. Nice, but very shy.
Yeah,
Very,
which
very-
might remind you of, like, a certain character he plays or something. I don't know. But
I can't think of anyone.
I wonder, you know what? I wonder if Scott, do you think he calls, like, Andrea, like, does he say, hey, Fluttershy Pinkie Pie?
Probably. Hi, Fluttershy Pinkie Pie.
I believe
I'm pretty sure Scott just tells everybody to listen to his new mixtape in the car. and then listen to that for 5 hours.
Hello, my name is Elder Scott.
Yeah. By the way, Scott is in our chat right now. He's watching the podcast. Want to give a shout out to Scott?
Scott, I love you,
And
and I want to listen to your mixtape.
So that's when I got there. That's when Gabe and I got there, actually. But a lot of you drove up.
Yeah, we drove up.
We
Yeah.
also drove up.
Yeah, Hero, you get to talk about the because earlier on the POS podcast, Hero wasn't around to talk about it.
We all needed a hero. You're
Thank
holding out
you.
for a hero to the end of the night.
Thanks.
So here's your second chance.
Wait, second chance. I heard you don't get those.
You do. This is a semi-perfect podcast.
Oh.
Yeah. Who had a worse drive? Was it you guys or was it Lauren Saber?
Well, I don't get angry very often at most things, but traffic is like the number one. I hate being stuck in traffic because like it's literally just wasting your life, and you only get one of
And
those.
there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
I'm surprised that Saber and Laura got there before we did, because from what I've heard, Saber ended up in West Virginia somehow.
It was
What?
just like followed 81 and like the path we took, like we were in West Virginia for like maybe a minute and a half, and then we were back in Virginia.
You should have taken the left point at Albuquerque.
You got to be careful when Saber's in charge of directions.
Yeah,
Sure.
did you just say, forget the GPS, that thing is always misleading us. I know my way. Trying to lead you through back roads in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Albuquerque.
We'll get there soon.
No.
We have to drive over Antarctica.
And Henry, you got there Thursday night, right?
Actually, it was like Thursday morning, really early.
Oh, wow.
We got in at like 10 a.m.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, because you guys, you were already out there, right?
Yeah, we had spent a week with my family. It was my father's 70th birthday.
Oh, wow.
So we stayed like a week and then basically drove on up with a convoy. I was still doing like some graphics for Monique as I was driving with my laptop. And,
Oh, those were
we did it.
awesome, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
So cool.
Yeah,
Love 'em.
man. I'm glad you.
You designed my wallpaper. I mean, my actual
Yeah.
bedroom wallpaper.
Sure.
I want my
I'll just
face
put
in
your-
little slidey balls.
You need to be
It'll just
careful of what you ask
It'll
for.
just be your face on a bunch of dinner plates.
Yes, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
I already
Seeing
like
what's
it.
happened on Twitter lately, you can get what you ask for.
That was that. It was more than I bargained for sure. That was pretty awesome and scary at the same time.
So we all arrived. So Gabe and I decided it's time for an adventure, because what happened was first we dropped everybody off at the first hotel, and Gabe, your room basically didn't exist. And a reminder for everybody that we have 3 of the vlog days out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday are out. Sunday, I think, is going to go out tomorrow to finish off the vlog. So you can see a lot of these adventures we went on, but just finding your room, Gabe, that was hard.
So stupid and confusing and weird. They're like, your room, what was it? I don't remember. 213? 213.
Yeah.
Yes. No, 1213. Room 1213. So we got up on the 12th floor, and we're walking down, and it's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15. I was like, whoa, what? And we walked all around the hall. It skipped 13. It skipped it.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. And I was like, well, maybe it's 14 and they're doing that weird hotel thing. Usually they do it with the floors, but and so we tried to scan in, didn't work. And I think it was just by luck that Michelle opened the door, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I don't think they would have heard it otherwise. Because there's a door and then another door.
Right, there was. It was a joined room, but the room number was just 1214. I think it was even 1215. It was something.
Yeah,
I think it was 1214. Yeah. And so you walk into that door, and then there are 2 doors. But our key card didn't work for that door. So had the Creepers not answered from their room, which was the room across from ours, which was 214 or 1214, we wouldn't have. That would have been it. I would have had to go and sleep with Jeff, which I was really hoping they wouldn't open the door.
So,
which hotel were you at?
The Hilton, I think.
Oh, okay.
No, DoubleTree.
Oh,
Motel 6.
It was too far away.
It was like a 20-minute walk, wasn't it? From like the car.
Yeah.
So-
I ended up taking an Uber.
So we decided that it was a good idea to find food at like 1:30 in the morning. And our poor driver, Lifty, was driving us around. And we're like, hey. Like, he was like, oh, I'm hungry too. So we're like, okay, cool. We're not wasting your time. And we meet up in the lobby. I wanted to drop off my stuff and get out of the car. And that's when we run into the group. Saber was there. Jax Blade. I know
Jesse.
Noakin.
Yep.
So yeah, we had, and we all met up, and then we walk around for a little bit thinking, we're going to get food, and everything's closed. So we ended up not getting food at all that night. It was kind of sad.
I taught Jax how to kill someone.
You did.
Yeah, he was really, really too excited about it.
So at this time...
Man. Oh, man, I can't wait to try this out, man.
No, it was still a fun night, being able to kind of walk around, seeing friends. There were still a lot of people I hadn't yet seen, including Paleo and Hero, because you guys were already at your hotel. But
I'm sleeping.
yeah, but Friday was when everything kicked off. Obviously, the opening ceremonies and everything that came with that. Saber and I were in charge of. Oh God! Well, actually, the first thing we did was a riffing panel that day, and it was a terrible movie that we were riffing to, that at one point just had a girl covered in poop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird.
That
Sounds like most movies.
something I would watch.
The movie was great.
And Gabe, what would surprise you is it was actually family friendly.
It was.
Oh, never mind then. I wouldn't be.
It was
But yeah, so we riffed with that. It was Paleo, Hirosashii, Saber, and myself. And following that almost directly, we had a panel that Saber and I were asked to host this panel with Kathy Westluck. And we found out going into it that she probably was going to want to kind of run it herself. And it really worked out for me. So since she didn't really need us, I ended up in a different panel with Paleo again, and this one was the Zootopia Minute. So
Snapple.
I barged in on that, yeah, I mean, there was a lot going on Friday for us, because we had essentially, those are 3 panels that we, bring up, and then we had a bit of a break, so we were able to walk around the vendor halls and whatnot. So our group was being able to check out the rest of the convention. And then Friday night, we had the Bronies React panel, and had a ton of people show up for that, to which they were asking everybody, please, squeeze together, and that was a fun time, and then we...
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, it was good times, and then Saber and I wrapped up our night with the concert. We did a little bit of emceeing there. But, Gabe, for you, I don't really know outside of... I'm sorry, I just remembered how hungry I was, so I had to stop talking. But Gabe, I was going to ask, what were you up to Friday? Like, what was your day like? Because we didn't really get to see much of you until panels.
No, I know. I was actually surprised with the amount of time we actually did get to spend, which was nice that we got to get together and actually have some time, because BronyCon's usually insane.
Right.
I don't remember Friday very well. I had a whole bunch of panels with Daniel Ingram, which I think that was Scott's doing, so thank you, Scott. That was great. Dan and I had a lot of fun. We actually were planning these panels like a month in advance, just coming up with stuff that we would do. And then we had a theme song panel where we're just going to kind of critique theme songs. And I picked a bunch of the ones that he wrote so I could rip them to shreds. And I didn't get a chance to go through many of them because we were so focused on the theme songs that played, that we each picked 12 and we got through 5.
Wow.
So that didn't go as planned, but it was really fun. And then most of the time it was just the normal stuff, the autographs and the vendor hall table thing.
Okay. So you had your whole deal going. You're obviously real busy. For everybody else, just curious, like anything that stood out to you guys on Friday as far as good moments? What?
The Nicolas Cage panel that y'all missed.
Oh,
that was so
was
good.
Oh.
What was that?
All right, so I was expecting it to be an absolute train wreck. It was actually one of the highlights of the convention because this guy went all out. This guy went all out, did like a PowerPoint presentation, but he was really good at PowerPoint. And he had all the transitions and all the sound effects and movie clips of basically Nicolas Cage's entire movie career. And he was going through like the golden era, like the really crappy areas of like Nicolas Cage's like career and all this stuff. And Jake was just sitting in the front. Like Jake Wyman was sitting right in the front of the audience because he had no idea that this panel was going on until like a day before the convention. So he wasn't like invited or anything like that. And for all of you who don't know, Jake Wyman is like the end all be all like Nicolas Cage fan. So and
This wasn't ironic.
He's
like
legit. He was sitting like right in the front row with a Nicolas Cage mask on, like the whole time with his arms crossed, just watching this guy like go into the history of Nicolas Cage. And it was just so amazing because this guy was like really passionate about it, making all these crazy jokes, and the entire panel was just solid Nicolas Cage goodness. It was like, I don't know how to explain it, but the reason that it was at BronyCon was, I guess, they wanted to branch out, and they really liked the idea of Nicolas Cage, and it was actually pretty fantastic.
So it was a success. That's good. That's good.
Oh yeah, they should have a Nicolas Cage Part 2 Tokyo Drift Edition.
They should. They should. Somebody posted Nick Cage Zootopia 2 Electric Bunny Lou.
Oh, Electric Bunny Lou.
Yes.
Does that mean you're going to be on it, talking about how Judy Hopps and Nicolas Cage live in the same universe?
Well, it's obvious that they do.
Maybe they're a cop duo in Miami.
I mentioned that I'm hungry right now, and it reminds me of
Food?
Man, yeah, food.
The pizza.
The pizza. We had.
Did you get that pizza?
We did. We had a pizza party on Friday night. Saber and I were going back and forth between the concert and pizza, but it was real good. We actually had some moments where we got to really hang out with. I mean, it wasn't a big group, obviously. Like Henry, we saw you kind of sporadically throughout the convention. Same with you, Gabe, as we expected. But yeah, no, I mean, as far as like we had a pizza party, we were just chowing
We were watching
down.
just like random YouTube videos.
And it was just fun. It was just a good hangout, and yeah, I mean, we also ate at the Pratt Street Ale House like 150 times, so that was exciting.
It was 3 times.
Literally 3, I think.
Yeah, it was 3.
A million
One on each day.
times.
100,000. 100.
Like we literally ate there every day of the convention.
Yeah, and I'm glad.
There was one other thing that happened on Friday that was pretty epic that I don't think BronyCon will ever let happen again.
Yeah, what?
Was that after the anthology premiered at like 11:30, it ended at 1. There's like all these quiet rooms over like near where the sunroom is, and basically
the
they're
recharge
like the
rooms.
green, yeah, like the green, yellow, and red room, and each one is supposed to be like more quiet or more like relaxing than the last. So the red room, which is just tucked away way in the corner,
With all the pillows.
Yes.
Where the sunroom is, basically has all these beanbag chairs in there, and when we went on Friday night, it was completely empty. Like no security, nobody in the room. And I just go, "Hey everybody, this room's empty and there's beanbag chairs everywhere. Let's just stack them in the corner." So we grabbed all the beanbag chairs and literally made Mount Boneless of all the boneless couches. And then we just stacked them all up, and then we were able to like touch the ceiling, and we had sumo wrestling fights in there, and it was amazing. And then one of the hotel staff or the convention staff comes in, and he's like, "What's going on in here?" And we're like, "I don't know, Mount Boneless." And he's like, "I like it."
Amazing.
And I like the fact that he was totally cool with it. He was like, "Yeah, I'm just paid to like make sure stuff's not broken. I don't really care what you do in here." And we were like, "All right, solid."
No, we spent a part of Saturday night in that room, but we didn't build a mountain, so we missed a lot of opportunity.
You're right.
Curdy.
So yeah, Friday, very solid. Busy, but solid. Saturday rolled around, and that was the day that we had our Who's Line panel, which, as usual, we packed main hall, had a great audience, a lot of energy, and the show was a heck of a lot of fun. There's just something about the energy that like you could feed off of from the crowd. So that was a blast. Before that, Saber and I also hosted a panel with Kelly Sheridan and Kyle Rideout, and it was called "Changing Your Mark, Reinventing Yourself," and it was a panel essentially about the two characters that have had some major character transitions and whatnot. So yeah. That was also the day, and this is what I wanted to kind of segue into. You're talking about the room with the pillows, but BronyCon actually also had its own version of a ball pit. But they didn't just be like, "Hey, we're going to get this little dinky thing." They got a whole inflatable obstacle course that they put just because. And yeah, I went through it with a couple of you, and it was a bad idea to do before Who's Line.
That was so fun.
It was.
Harry, you went through it and went in it again, didn't you?
I did. I ended up like, I don't know, I guess I had a clear shot, and it made it really easy the first time through, and then the second time through I found out what the issue was with why it was really hard for Jeff to get through. Was that if anybody else like stood on one of the inflatable bricks while you're trying to jump up, they just sink and you crumple and fall into the ground. And me and Jeff were like, "Oh my god, it's so hard to get over these hurdles." And then like two other bronies just show up and they're like, "Hey, we'll join you." And I was like, "No!"
We just sunk into the abyss. It was it wasn't good. We just kept going down. It was like, no. And then I didn't realize, so as a joke, I finally made it to the top, and I didn't realize you could fall all the way to the bottom through like these like, it like gobbles you up. It's kind of weird to describe. Yeah. And so I'm like, "Oh, I'll roll down." Huh. And then I kept going, and I'm like, this never ends. I was waiting to just hit the concrete or China, whatever came up next. And yeah, it was just, man.
It's like the TARDIS. It was bigger on the inside.
Yeah, but that was fun. I vlogged through that, and I'm surprised my camera survived that experience, but it did. But yeah, again, it was another day of just being really busy. I think we went through the vendor hall again. There were a lot of moments where we met a lot of people, got pictures, signed autographs, had a really great time. Any highlights for you guys that happened on Saturday?
Who's line, I guess.
I mean, Whose Line is definite for me as far as
You know what my highlight is? That they can see it in your video as well. But what is the name? Scope and Wildcard, they were voice acting as Timon and Pumbaa and
Oh yeah.
cursing, and oh my god, I love that so much. So much.
that was something else. There was also a moment on Saturday. It was right around that time where we were with Noakin, and she all of a sudden realized that she lost her leftovers. We ate at that Luna del C place, and
Oh yeah. When
She-
she came in when we were watching the episode.
yeah, she lost she lost her food, and then was like, "I'll be right back. I gotta go find it." And I think she was gone for like an hour, and I don't think she found it. So found it, even.
Yeah. And then she came back in and said, "I'm upset. I lost my spaghetti."
Yes, she did. That was another cool thing that we did. Since the night was kind of wrapping up. Saber, this was a funny moment. Saber was going on and on about like, guys, we got to stay up till like 3 a.m. We're gonna hang out till the break of dawn, and he was out at 11:30. Like, ouch.
Lightweight.
It was right after we had finished emceeing for the concert, and yeah, it was hilarious. So what we did was a couple of us went back down to the concert. I really love watching Alex S perform, and so I happened to end up on stage when Ultimate Sweetie Belle, which I use in the vlogs, came up. So I'm like, it's destiny, and I was jumping up and down and sweating. It was.
I love that song. That's a huge throwback for me. I used to listen to Alex S all the time in Japan when I would walk to and from work.
Nice.
It was so awesome.
Yeah, no, I love that Alex is still showing up at these concerts and conventions and whatnot, because really, like, Alex is one of the first people I ever met in this fandom. Funny enough, I got to know more of the musician side of people in this fandom before
There we go.
started.
Hi.
Hello.
What? Who is this?
First person I met was you,
It's
Jeff.
Toodles.
Hi, Toodles.
How did you get in here?
I
With your
hijacked your computer.
Uh-oh, don't look at any of the tabs.
Okay.
He already knows.
So, Gabe, were you saying I'm the first person that you met?
You are the very first person that I met in person, because you were the first person who walked up to me at the airport.
Yeah,
Followed
take
very
that,
shortly-
suckers! Woo!
Yeah. Followed shortly by Monty and Rob Bob.
Jack's Blade
and
was there too.
Jack's Blade, yeah, was there too. And of course, Steven.
Yep.
So-
And Henry was there. Henry was the driver.
Henry, yeah, oh my gosh, that's right.
Because we all went to Walmart and got kicked out.
And then we went to Taco Bell.
Yes, actually, the drive. I was listening to music most of the way. Rob had a lot of music to show me, but the first, yep, and that's the end of my story.
Nice.
That was a good story.
14 out of 10.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, I mean, so it was really cool to do that. But after that, we weren't done yet for the night, and people have not seen this because it's not in the vlog. However, it is a video that might be going live tomorrow, and it's something that a lot of people I think we've been wanting to do something like this for a while, and it just never works out because being so busy at these conventions. But we all had the energy, we all wanted to do it, and next thing you know, we finally did it, folks. A group of us have officially done a live reaction to an episode, and it is the episode that aired the weekend of BronyCon fame and misfortune. So,
Yes.
yeah, so some of us watched that together, and yeah, I'm gonna be posting that video here probably tomorrow, I think. But that was fun, and again, it's something we've never done before. So essentially, it's a live. Blind reaction, live reaction. It was our first time watching it, and yeah, it was.
That was a lot of fun.
I think one of my favorite moments was Noakin, because I think with the reacts that she's done, like those, we're like keeping her current on the show. So since she's missed a few reacts, she was like, "Wait, why is Starlight Glimmer hanging out with them? Isn't she like
Yeah.
totally evil?" So, yeah. No, that was that was an hilarious moment, but that's going to be coming out, like I said, probably tomorrow, as well as I'm going to try and get the last vlog done for tomorrow as well. But we finally did one of those. It was fun. Hero, Paleo, Jack's Blade, Noakin, and myself. I think, is that everyone?
Yeah, it
that
was
in
like
there?
6, just 5 of
I
us.
felt like there was one more person. Maybe it was only us 5. Okay.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm sad you weren't there. Other video.
Sorry.
Thorn Wings asking about it. Other video.
Other.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. That's not gonna come out till for another 2 bronies reacts. That video.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
amoeba.
Yeah. No, that was a fun bit too. We actually got a lot of us together and filmed a bit for the next bronies react coming out. So that was really cool. And yeah. So, I mean, really a lot of stuff going down. Still discussing Saturday. Any other moments you guys have from Saturday?
Yeah, it was really cool. The concert was really, really fun. That was, it's always great to perform at BronyCon because lots of people and lots of energy and lights and smoke effects and everything's really cool. But what was surprising was that because you guys were set to announce us.
Yes.
And a few minutes beforehand, Daniel Ingram texted me and was like, "Hey, are you guys going to go on?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, I'm coming." And he drove from the hotel, and then he showed up backstage a minute before we went on and was like, "Can I announce you guys?" And I was like,
And I said no.
Sure.
I told him no. I said, Daniel.
Yes, no, dude, wait. Seriously, no one's going to know who you are. It's going to be embarrassing. Just let the professionals handle it.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it's one of those things, Gabe. When you have a fan like that, sometimes it's just hard to.
I know you got to put your foot down. I'm just not good at doing that.
No, it was real cool.
He wants to make it in music. He probably never will. You see it all the time.
It's actually something didn't occur to me till later, and it was when I was editing the vlogs. I remember way back at my first ever convention, watching the concert at Everfree Northwest 2012, and at that convention, I know that Acoustic Brony was out there, Mando Pony was performing out there, the Creebers were performing out there, and I remember Mike the Microphone was hosting the concert that night, and he did an intro "Welcome to the stage," Daniel Ingram, and he also did one with William, and it was cool because it kind of occurred to me. I'm like, oh, neat. It occurred to me late, but I was like, oh, I got to bring Daniel Ingram up to the stage, so that was a neat little deal to have him come up on a part of it. But yeah, no, and of course the concert as usual. You guys kicked butt.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I see you kept the lipstick on for the concert that you put on during Who's Line.
Oh yes. Well, that was I think it was permanent lipstick.
Well, it was a Sharpie.
Oh, that's one.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was industrial Sharpies. I thought it looked and smelled like a Sharpie.
Yes. Yeah. So, I actually the one last story I got because I don't think it shows up really anywhere in any of the vlogs or anything. During the Who's Line, we did Helping Hands. It was our first time doing it at BronyCon, and it gets messy. And I had shaving cream in my hand. I was Saber's arms, and I squirted the shaving cream at Gabe, but I didn't realize that I was I was more aiming for Saber, but that stuff launched out of there. I didn't realize.
Amazing.
And it got all over your shirt.
It did. It could honestly probably be used in self-defense. It was.
Is that not what it's for?
Cream.
It could be. If you don't use it, it could also be. Yeah. No, that was a good time. And then Sunday wrapped up the whole convention. Got to say our goodbyes and whatnot. We had 2 panels on that day. Saber and I hosted the Families and Entertainment panel, which had the Drummonds, Creebers, Corlettes, and I knew I was going to forget one. Now I got to go over it again. Oh, Peters. It's because their name's already Peters, but now there's more than one, so Peters is. Right. But yeah, and so they they had a whole panel that we got to host, and then we finished everything up with a podcasting panel for those viewers of the Semi Perfect podcast and the POS podcast. And so it was just overall, I guess, final thoughts on BronyCon for you guys. I'm curious to hear your overall thoughts of the whole journey.
It was nice to see that after all these years, the fandom's still going pretty strong. There's new people. It was also nice to see how the convention evolves. Like, first of all, it's so much more professional and well organized than it was earlier, and it's always been well organized, but it's a well-oiled machine now. It's just everything, just works like clockwork. At least from what I saw, it just seemed to flow really well. Very professional. And it's also neat to see the fandom expanding so much. I remember when the first BronyCon I went to, it was mostly 20 to 30-year-old guys, and now there's everybody there of all ages, and it's very cool. So that's neat to watch. Eclectic group of people.
Yeah. Anyone else?
It's nice to see my friends. That's why I go. That's about 85% of the reason I go. So
Yeah, same.
yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me and making me feel not like a nerd.
I'm gonna echo.
You are a nerd.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
echo
I am a nerd.
a bit of what Gabe was saying, just in regards to still seeing the energy of the fandom, seeing how many new people. Like whenever they ask, "Hey, how many new people?" I know we always try to ask that at least during one of our panels, and it's always interesting to see how many new people, first time going to a convention, there are. So there's still a lot of new blood coming in. It's going to be interesting to see what the future holds in regards to, it feels like there's always more and more content coming out for the show. Like the Equestria Girls stuff's ramping up. The show's obviously had one hell of a season so far this year.
Equestria Girls is going to have a YouTube series.
Jeez, you hear this? And then on top of that, we have the movie that's coming out. So gonna be it should be a lot of fun to see how things progress, see where things go. But yeah, BronyCon 2017, a lot of fun. It was so great to meet everyone that we were able to meet. Some people gave some really incredible gifts. I saw Kira was in the chat. We still need to take that picture with the ponies, because it's that stuff, I believe, is in the mail. So once we get it, we will take those pictures for sure. But yeah, so that's a wrap, I guess we could say, on BronyCon 2017. The last bit of content will be coming out in the next few days for that. But now, I think if you guys are good with it, we ought to transition to start talking about a different convention. And with that, we'd like to welcome in Cayci, who I see has joined us in here. Hey, Cayci, how are you doing?
Hi, guys.
Whoa.
Hey.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I expect Henry to walk in the door any minute.
I am on Lincoln right now.
Oh, wow. So he's going to walk into the door of our house while I'm talking. But I am here to announce, well, technically one guest of honor, but kind of a lot of guests for Equestria LA.
Oh.
Whoa.
I am
know, right?
excited. Woo!
All right. So should I just get right to it?
You wanna? Should we get right to it?
We just jump right in.
Head first.
All right. All right. Oh, okay. Henry, go for it. What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be awesome that at least two of the people, let's say, wait, how many people we have in here that are going to be attending? Let's see.
A lot.
So many. Okay, so to start off, let's start big. Gabriel Brown, otherwise known as Black Griffin, is going to be attending and performing at EQLA 2017.
So we welcome back Gabe. He'll be performing at our concert and doing some panels and autographs and all the deal.
I'm excited.
And,
I didn't know.
Yeah, I know you had no idea.
No.
They don't tell him. They don't tell him
It's
these
a
things.
surprise for you.
Room in my
Like
schedule to go
seriously.
see me.
Like his agent and I, we just talked. We don't tell him. He's just the talent, you know.
No, I get filled in later, like a jelly donut.
That was probably the most appropriate thing you could have chosen right there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna gloss right over that one.
Wow.
Yes.
So,
Oh, M
but
goodness.
also I can officially say that Mr. ACRacebest and Mr. Saberspark will also be at Equestria LA.
Yes!
And because Henry will be there, that'll be the original crew for Whose Line performing together again. So if you guys couldn't be at BronyCon to see them, then you can see them on the West Coast is Best Coast.
Bam.
I'm fighting words.
I thought it was West Coast.
West Coast is Beast Coast.
Beast
Coast.
But I have to say, it might also be the last time that crew is performing together.
Yes, because we're kicking Saberspark out of the group. Fine.
Right? He's such a jerk, too.
Yeah, we know that. I guess we could bring it up that Henry is going to be at every convention that happens from this point forward, but the rest of us are going to not. Or was it the other way around? No.
I'm the liaison. I'm like the ambassador.
No convention can happen without you. Yeah, so Henry, you obviously, you've been doing these conventions for a while, and you're like, man, it'd be nice to get some traveling in here and do some other things and whatnot. So obviously, you're looking towards the future.
What
Yes,
kind of
I
have this other big event we'll be planning?
Sounds lame.
Like what?
I know.
Like what?
It'll be totally lame.
Like
You know that one time when we're gonna get married and stuff.
One of those.
Oh.
I'm getting married.
Yes.
See? No one tells you anything.
No.
Nora told him.
Okay, we're going to Utah. We're gonna do this a whole polygamy type thing.
Yes. Finally.
Oh, nice.
All right.
But no, obviously, as we move forward, this EQLA should be a lot of fun. The first group that we ever ran a Whose Line with was the group that you'll be seeing at EQLA.
Oh, Henry just walked in the door.
Whoa,
Whoa, how did he get there? Oh my god. Through the
Magic.
this is so weird.
It's friendship.
But yeah, we've definitely had a lot of good times, and very excited to make some more memories at EQLA this year. So should be a heck of a lot of fun. Obviously with Gabe coming on out and Saber, myself, Henry doing the Whose Line together. I cannot wait for that weekend.
Yes, me too. I'm so excited.
Breakfast burritos
Laura will
as
be
well.
there.
Yeah.
Breakfast burritos.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
Laura is going to be there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yay.
Laura is going to be one of our guest cosplayers helping us out with children's programming.
Oh, nice!
Giant pair of wings.
They're gonna fly away.
I'll bring a
Can't
wing.
make it on a plane.
Can I just say now that it's been announced that I almost blew it last podcast 2 weeks ago that I was coming to EQLA? I was like, well, I'll have to bring my wing to LA for some time when I go to LA.
Okay, you go to auditions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he
Yeah,
gets
most
to
of
them.
the time, self-tape, but- Oh man.
No, that's going to be a lot of fun, obviously, with Laura out there. And then I know of another girl who's in this podcast that's going to be there.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
Sarah.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
She made it
I'm
home.
here, just very quiet.
She made it home from work.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so we're going to have a big old happy family group going on. This is
Family groups, excuse me, but these are wild beasts who would sooner tear your head off than look at you.
Was that Gaston?
No, that's Clayton. Clayton.
That's from Tarzan.
for the record. I was on board with you, Saber. I'm like, oh, you.
I'm done talking.
I loved Finding Nemo.
Hear you.
Sarah has been a very valued member of the Equestria LA art team, by the way. So thank you so much for all the great stuff you've made for us.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been wonderful to work on all the different projects.
Awesome. I'm so happy right now.
Me too.
Yes! Oh man, the vlogs from that.
The secret's out.
The secret's out. Now we don't have to walk around with zipped lips no more.
Nope.
We don't have to sit in the shadows.
Are you still on your phone even though you're at home?
It didn't cure me.
Yeah, he is. He walked up the stairs and he's on his phone.
I had to use the restroom.
Gabe, what did you say?
Oh, well, you said we won't be walking around with zipped lips, and I said no, but I will still be walking around with chapped lips because it didn't cure me. It was a stupid joke, but it's still true.
Oh, I thought you were going to say zipped pants.
No, I don't have any pants.
You don't wear pants.
Yeah, I'm not wearing pants.
You're at home. Why should you wear pants?
Exactly. You shouldn't.
Am I doing that wrong? I don't.
Yes.
There should be a pants vacuum the moment you walk in the door.
Just when you walk in, just feel like,
Thank you.
what did I
Okay,
say?
done.
Man.
Huh. I've been doing
Doesn't-
life wrong.
I was amazed how quickly I could get everything off.
So was
Wow,
other
that,
people.
that could be misconstrued. I didn't realize.
Man, no comment, man. No comment.
In the Navy.
Oh.
No, but yeah, Cayci, we know that that obviously going into this convention, it's a big one for you because really it's like I call it personally. I'm like, it's the Cayci show. I know you got a great team behind you, but this is like your baby, this EQLA going into this year.
This time, yeah. Yeah, it was the first time that I was the con chair from the very beginning and got to negotiate everything and really execute my vision. And I'm really happy with how it's turning out. We are going to have some amazing guests. We still have like 5 for sure guests left to announce after Gabe today, with several maybes on the horizon. I'm working real hard to get some great names for our women in animation panel, especially.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
yeah, Sarah. By the way, I may be putting you to work.
Oh.
That's right.
It might just be one autograph session. We'll chat.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. Go
You'll be
work.
happy. I wouldn't ask you if it wasn't something that would make you happy.
Huh?
Okay.
There you go. And yeah, like just talking about this, it sounds like because I remember seeing you post something in regards to the convention on Facebook. I think like a week or so ago. It sounds like things are going well heading into the convention as far as attendance and whatnot.
Oh yeah, yeah. Our hotel block is getting booked, so we're looking to sell out our hotel block this time, which is something that this con has never actually achieved.
Awesome.
Being in the Anaheim resort area means that there are a lot of hotels that people have to choose from, but this time we're doing rather well, so I'm pretty happy.
Awesome. I love hearing that.
I always believed in you.
EQLA is definitely a convention, guys, that, as you heard, the rooms are going fast, so book today. Join us out there. It's going to be such a good time. Just a lot of good people. And as we've seen in the past, but especially moving forward, Cayci knows what she's doing. She puts the right people in the right places, so you know this is going to be a well-run and a well-oiled machine as well.
Oh yes,
Aw,
I
thank
can
you.
say yes. Cayci is quite good at this stuff. I've watched her work. It's almost intimidating. It's like, whoa.
Aw. I think thank you.
We're saying that she scares the crap out of us and we can't handle it.
Cayci's terrifying. It's amazing.
Hey man, the yachts get stuff done.
Hey, well, we've seen it. So again, we really look forward to EQLA 2017 and all the good times that are going to be had that weekend. And just a reminder for anybody, it's not a bad idea to come out maybe a day early or plan on staying a day later, because there are other things in the area post or pre-convention, that are kind of around.
Like Disneyland?
Like Disneyland.
Circle?
Like kind of right next door.
Disneyland. Ooh, fun
Chris
fact:
Pratt's house?
there's a free shuttle from our venue to Disneyland.
Ooh!
Space shuttle?
The space shuttle.
Sign me up.
Nice.
This is going to sound dumb, but I also got excited because Cayci, you and I were talking about a little bit other things of the venue, and I was surprised to find out that is it that parking is free during the day at this convention?
Yeah, it is. Like, the overnight parking is just kind of rolled into your hotel room, and the venue has told me, I've asked a million times, they're like, yeah, day parking is just free.
So,
Wow.
Another perk for those going out, you don't have to worry about paying for parking, so it's all good in the hood. There's one more thing I want to bring up that you guys are doing with this convention, if you would like to enlighten us, Cayci.
Okay.
You guys have, obviously we're going to have some great guests out of this convention. There's going to be a really fun panel lineup, as usual, but you guys also have some special events that you're doing for this convention that kind of, I would say, set you guys aside from other conventions. You got some special things that you guys are kind of promoting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like on Friday, we've got 3 different events. They're all happening at the same time, so we call it Choose Your Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a puppy and cupcake party with Andrea Livman. And an escape room with Kiara Zanny, voice of Daring Do. Or an audition technique class with Vincent Tong. And all 3 of them, you get lunch. Everyone has lunch together. And then you go off and do your chosen adventure. And I got to say, there's only 1 puppy party ticket left right now.
Well, I'm.
So some people have to go to Vincent.
Almost want to get on that.
No, but that's great. I love the little like additional things that sometimes we see at conventions, and you guys have a really cool lineup, and everyone could check it out. You guys have a website up that lays out a lot of the stuff and a lot of the perks that people can look into.
Can I talk about the 2 other events?
Do it.
Yes.
All right. So on Saturday, we're going to have an Equestria Girls Campfire S'mores event. And people we can't do a real fire. I tried. But people will be able to assemble their own s'mores and have drinks. And we're going to have Vincent Tong is going to be reading aloud a not too spooky campfire story. We're going to have a sing-along. And I will admit this one's more geared towards the younger fans. Something for...
Why are you having Vincent Tong do it?
Shut up, man. Because Flash Sentry, all right?
So when you say younger fans, you're referring to like Saber and I.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll be there.
Then on Sunday, we're going to have the Tea with the Princesses, where Tara Strong, who plays like 5 million different princess characters, plus Susan Egan, who was the original Belle on Broadway, we're going to be hanging out. And Susan Egan was going to be singing a medley from Beauty and the Beast live.
Nice.
Wow.
Yes, in a very small, like 900 square foot room. I don't even know if she'll need a microphone. It's your chance to see a Broadway Tony nominated actress sing live.
This is cool.
As old as time.
That's the one.
I want to see it.
Like when she sings Home from the Broadway musical, I still get chills. Gets me every time.
So we got a heck of a lineup
So
here.
go to EQLA is the moral of the story.
The moral of the story.
That is the moral of the story.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to be on out there and have an opportunity once again to work with you guys. And I know that we're really excited about what we'll be doing out there. As mentioned, the Who's line we'll have some more fun with that and see if we could torture Gabe some more with some terrible songs or something.
Yay! I wrote enough of them. I can handle it.
But yeah, no, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I've heard of a couple other things that I don't think have yet been announced, but that we might have a part in and whatnot that I'm looking forward to. It just sounds like a fun time all around, and it's going to be good, guys. It's going to be good. It's not a matter of if; it's a matter of it is going to be good.
That almost made sense.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's not a matter of when, but a matter of it is.
Yep. Grammatical grammar.
You're great at grammar.
I gracias that. But no, should be a good time. Anything else, Cayci, you want to add about EQLA or Henry? Anything? Huh?
So just get your badges.
Yeah, man.
Right now, go online. Go get them.
Yes.
You're already online.
Yes. Ask your parents' permission
EquestriaLA.com.
before going on there.
Alrighty. Well.
Oh wait,
Yes.
I do have another thing. There's going to be at least 3 more guests related to My Little Pony at our con that have never been to a pony convention before.
Oh, you found 3?
I found 3.
Wow. Wow.
I can only think of one.
Right,
So
are they
what
the
others?
last 3?
No, this'll. So when should we?
I think outside the box.
Oh.
So no Taco Bell.
Maybe that's a hint. Maybe it's a former boxer.
Wow.
It's Officer McCorn from Zootopia, who is not in Zootopia. MOP.
It's Rocky's. Who's Rocky? What's his actor's name?
Rocky.
He talks like this.
Stallone.
Yes.
Sylvester.
Oh, I know. It's Bonnie Zachary. That's who it is.
She's
been to convention.
No,
before.
Has she been?
We
Oh.
had her last time, dude.
Oh.
William Shatner.
I haven't been able to go.
Yeah, I introduced her to Lauren Faust. That was kind of an epic moment. For
Yeah,
her.
haven't you heard the story, Hero?
They've
And
never talked.
Staybird smashed a cup in.
Yes, I do remember that story. You're right. You're absolutely right.
He walked away with his dignity.
One of our prouder moments, of course.
I hope you see her again in life and be like, are you the Smash Cup guy?
She just never forgets.
Right.
Something that she always holds on to. Like, you're the guy who really showed me what the Brony fandom was about. It's like, oh, no, not me. No, that'll be fun. I'm excited.
Yes.
Yes. So with that, again, folks, as announced here, Saber and myself will be at EQLA, and the big announcement that Black Griffin Gabriel Brown will be at EQLA as well. And as you also heard, Laura's going to be there, Sarah's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I hope Casey's going to be there.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Not going
Please come. Didn't you hear all the stuff that's going to be there? That girl.
I know, some of it sounds really cool, but I'm kind of on the fence.
You're on the fence.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Hovering over
It's
that
only-
register button.
I'll let her out of the house, I guess.
Ouch.
You go, pay for that one, boy.
It's okay.
So yeah, I already see
Upstairs.
some people in the chat that are like, must go, and that's the right mindset.
Yes.
Yes. Completely ignore me. You must go.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, I guess that's one way to promote a game.
Yeah, that was actually a bad idea.
So at this point, if everyone is good, should we jump into the Q&A portion here, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cayci and Henry, you guys are free to join us or stay with us for the Q&A. I know you probably both have busy lives or dinner to eat or something. So it's up to you guys if you
I
want
have
to hang
some
here.
wine. I have wine to drink.
You have wine
That's
to
really
drink.
important.
I give you that.
There's the drink.
And Henry's still going to the bathroom.
Yep, I'm doing it right now.
Number one or number two?
Right now, actually.
Yeah, but regardless, I do want to say, Cayci, thank you for coming in and giving us the honor of announcing that Gabe's going to be at EQLA. That was cool that we were able to do that.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. And Henry, we're gonna have some more fun.
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna lift it up. Do that Hollywood, that LA, that Gucci, that Louis.
Heck yeah. So Sarah, am I in charge of Q&A here?
I've got. It's funny, like sitting in front of your computer. I've got my iPad, and then I've got my phone on 2 different accounts. So I have my iPad on the Semi Perfect Pod account, so I'm seeing those, and then I have my phone on my regular account. Because I know somebody earlier today sent me some questions through my account only, so I'm gonna, I guess, start with some of those. They sent like 6, so I'm just gonna pare it down a little. Let's see. The Cake Slayer asks, will you be trying out the soon-to-be-released Legends of Equestria game on September 10th? I didn't know that was a thing. Maybe.
I
don't know. Like, is it on a
Paleo? Stop laughing.
Internet or?
Why is Paleo laughing?
No, for no reason.
Because Hero worked on it before.
I used to work on that game. Yeah.
You did? Isn't that the one? Hasn't that been in development for like?
Yes, for a long time.
Is that okay? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll play it. Maybe I'll stream
on it in a while. It's been maybe like 3 years.
I could have just kept laughing, and you could not say anything, but you had to say something.
You were gonna say it.
You always laugh for no reason.
I do.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next question?
Let's see. Next one. No shit. What's episode 14 of My Little Pony season 7? Is that the?
Oh, actually, funny enough,
Fame and Misfortune. Did y'all not talk about it?
We did not talk about the new.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the episode.
Episodes.
Yeah,
2 episodes. Yeah, we did. Well, we had so much to talk about that we didn't talk about. Plus, the stream started kind of late for no reason.
Yeah. Well, do we want to do like a quick fire reactions of the 2 episodes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So, the first one was Fame and Misfortune.
Yeah.
That was the one that we watched together at BronyCon, and our boy M.A. Larson. I kept hearing the word ghost. Oh, he's ghostwriting, but then he just straight up was like.
Then we watched it and it was like, wait, but his name is right there.
Yeah.
You can run, but you can't hide.
He was cosplaying as a ghost when he wrote it. That's what he meant.
I don't think he ran or hide. I think he just put his face like right there. It's like I wrote it.
What did you guys think of the episode?
I thought it was hilarious.
It was very funny, and actually had some pretty good points in it. Actually,
yeah.
I
have to watch it. I haven't seen it yet, but now I will.
I loved it. It was just so many it had a lot of laugh out loud moments, and it's funny because I think a few times I say when we did the live react, I was like, "Oh my god, the show's making fun of itself," which to a point it is. Obviously, it's also probably has a bit of a commentary about the fandom itself, but I'll always argue that, well, the fandom can't do it if the show didn't give it. So, yeah, I do appreciate an episode like that. That was very, I guess, as you could say, meta.
It was very meta.
Saber couldn't keep quiet, so it was a good episode.
Or terrible.
Nowhere in between.
Yep.
No, it was fun. It's hard to get into detail because it was really one of those rapid fire type of episodes where it kind of reminded me of episode 100 to a point.
Yeah, it did.
Mm.
So, Yeah, that would be fun. And again, we'll have that live reaction posted here soon. I know there were a few moments where we were like jumping on the bed, like, "Oh my god!" So,
Yeah.
good times. Good times.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that live react we did.
It's pretty funny. Like I edited it last night, and I'm like, I love how. I mean, I don't know. You could just see how into it we were all getting. It was great. It was fun to watch together.
I still have no idea how like the hotel didn't like bang on our room and like, hey, shut up.
Well, it was only
Yeah.
2:30 in the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think what helped was that the people next to us were also con goers.
Yeah.
So they might have
We
still
were
been-
also like at the end of the hall. So
Right.
Yeah, we weren't sharing an extra wall, so we did have that. The next episode that came out was, I'm trying to remember the name.
Triple Threat or something like that.
Triple Threat. Like the hot sauce.
Like the pizza.
Yeah, like the pizza.
Okay, like the pizza.
So that's the one where Ember and Thorax come to Ponyville on the same day because Spike.
Oh yeah. Have you guys? Has everyone here seen it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Laura? Tell me, was
You said
Saber
no.
excited
Was he excited?
that Ember was back?
Oh.
It was pretty cool. She's back.
There you go. You heard it from the man.
Well,
himself.
like,
He doesn't sound very excited.
That was enthusiasm if I've ever heard it. It was pretty cool.
I didn't mention this, but I this was one bit of BronyCon I don't fondly remember, but I actually somebody got me sick at BronyCon, and I was.
Oh, me too.
I was a bit miserable on Sunday. I'm glad that I didn't get anyone else sick. Like I was washing my hands a lot before I got sick, but it was after I got sick, and I think I was washing them twice as much. Because I'm like, I don't want to get anyone. But yeah, it was. I got sick. So back to the episode. Yeah, what did you guys think?
Thorax continues to be just not my favorite character.
Yeah, same.
Aww.
Yeah, I've been having trouble with indigestion.
to be honest, like, I was laughing pretty hard how he just shows up and it's like, all right, first topic is my bowel movements.
Yeah.
That's real friendship.
I figured he'd have trouble with that. He's only ever eaten love.
Like, this mac and cheese diet isn't working out very well.
Even though I asked them to not eat love, it's just like they just don't want to. For 5 hours, and I'm like, oh my
Also,
god.
Long episode.
in the episode, I was like, oh no, Spike's being an idiot again.
Right. I was
Yeah.
like, aren't we past this? No,
Yeah.
season 4 to 6 is done. You can stop being an idiot now. But I don't know. It was weird because Thorax was there, so I was like, well, Thorax is here, but Ember was there, and I was like, oh, sick, Ember's here.
Yeah.
That meant nothing to anyone, but to me, that meant something. I really like Ember, so I was like, oh, cool, she's back.
No, she was fun during this episode. It was funny. Like, I did crack up at like Thorax's whole like, I'm gonna turn into a bear and be evil and scare you away. And then they were both like, oh, you're trying to protect my friend? I don't know.
Big misunderstanding.
Yeah,
it's one of those moments where you're kind of like, oh, everyone's kind of being stupid in this moment, but then it doesn't go the way that you expect it, and that's actually kind of nice. Like, they didn't actually like go very long on that tangent where they're like angry with each other.
I like how I at one point I was convinced that like Thorax and Ember were just going to be like, hey, we're cool now. Why do we need this Spike guy? Let's go be friends somewhere else.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Hardly
going
would be all right with that.
Like, you're a loser, Spike. Bye. Moral of the story: don't introduce one friend to another friend because they might become better friends, and then you won't have any friends.
You'll be the third
That
wheel
sounds
forever.
Experience talking, Jeff.
It is. You know.
I've totally had that happen before. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
I've done that to people, but it's never happened.
Wow.
Every opportunity you get, you just screw the next people. Well, literally, yeah. So
you just go up to them and it's like, you're what we call a disposable friend.
Like put your hand on their shoulder.
You're the conduit. You're the bridge. Feel proud that you were useful once and be a bridge.
All right, let's get back to questions.
I'm not gonna wait. I gotta say this. I don't know if this was a grammar error or what, but I won't say the name just in the event that it is. But somebody typed, and I'm trying to figure out what exactly it means. But somebody typed in the chat, "Spike prostating was sadly pathetic."
Prostate.
What?
Oh man, I better check my prostate.
Well, his prostate.
Okay. All right. Cakeslayer asks thoughts on any wishes or predictions for MLP season 8.
And then they all died.
Is that your
It's
wish
whose line?
or prediction?
I don't. It's not really a prediction, but it's more of a hope. I hope they continue down this path of what we've been getting this season. I just hope it continues to, because even like this,
it's been pretty good this season.
Something very unexpected and cool is going to happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just stop right there, young man.
I want.
Well, it's not fair because I can't actually. I know something that happens. That's really cool, but that's all I'm gonna say.
What is it?
I can guess. I can guess. There's gonna be a season finale.
Ah!
I knew it.
They're gonna be so mad at me for giving that away.
I'm so glad my friends are idiots like me. All right, Sarah.
I want the writers who wrote episode 10 and 13 to write very many more episodes.
Yeah. And M.A. Larson to hang out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Yes.
On the sidelines.
So we can bash him some more and talk about him.
Mm-hmm.
With love.
With
But
love.
Bash him with love. Get that love stick and just bash him.
I like to bash people with my love stick.
All right, next question is from Oziel. Since Saber talked more about the villains and history in MLP in the last podcast, we'll get something in the movie?
Huh?
So I think what Oziel is trying to ask is, will there be some My Little Pony history in the movie? Like pertaining to maybe the princesses or especially the villains, I think is what he's focusing on.
Saber, do you want to?
He actually is on his way home right now.
Oh, he's not even there.
No, he wasn't feeling super great, so he heading back to his apartment.
You just get out of here. You're ruining my mood.
The movie is likely going to be like Equestria Girls. I don't think it's going to relate super directly to the actual show.
Yeah, like especially since like it's a new villain, I don't think there's gonna be.
Whoa, guys! There's a new villain.
I just think it's gonna deviate entirely. I think it's gonna.
Oh wait, there's a villain.
Like different universe type thing, sort of like Equestria Girls, but a different universe with cats and floating pirate ships from Blender.
Pirates?
There's like bird pirates.
And there's gonna be a thing and stuff. And it's gonna be great.
It's so sad because I haven't seen any of the trailers, so I have no clue if y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, you should watch the trailer.
I thought you were
It's
keeping
actually
up
pretty
with
cool.
the shtick.
This is just speculation. But I have no idea. But I'm speculating that we might learn something about Tartarus. Maybe.
Tartar sauce.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real like indication, but I'm looking forward to seeing like who sees this movie. As far as like, Paleo, wasn't it you? I forget. Somebody posted, or maybe you retweeted it, maybe you shared it, but somebody posted like this.
Oh yeah, I did retweet it.
The movie theater quote.
Yeah.
So you know how like they do like movie quotes. Who said this? There was one that said
it was for like the Mystery Science Theater like showing. It was like fake movie quotes.
There was a great one where it was someone saying what was it like? I want a ticket to Blade Runner.
Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah,
because it comes out the same weekend.
Yeah, and then the quote is by male about to walk into sneak into the My Little Pony movie instead or something.
Man, that shame is long gone though. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, seriously. No one's pretending anymore.
I'm gonna wear a brony shirt. And actually, I don't know if I will because I don't want to get popcorn on it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're really weird.
You got redacted.
Next question's from Nora Mermaid. Her question is for Gabe, and she asks, "Why did you take off your shirt when you wore my tutu?"
Why
I don't
did
have
I?
any
Or why
context
didn't
for
I?
this. Why did you?
I
Is what
didn't.
she
What? Oh, yes, I did. I remember. Okay.
Man can't remember when he takes his shirt off. Okay.
No, it's
He just does it so often.
It was just I don't know. It was a spur of the moment. Someone said something like, I don't remember.
Can't
I was
take
just
your shirt
kinda
off.
stupid, and it worked. But it was really weird because there was a much bigger reaction than I expected from everybody else, and then I felt really embarrassed. Like I don't know, everybody in all the lines was watching, which then they all yelled, and then the people at the autograph tables started watching, and then I had a long journey buttoning my shirt back up.
Oh.
It was embarrassing.
You also had a moment during Whose Line where you ripped off or open your shirt, I should say.
Yes, but I did that one. That was par for the course. It's not customary to do things like that.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Ross Pitt's getting a little heavy with, would you rather have one of your friends erased from history or have everyone forget you exist?
Well, if one of my friends was erased from history, I wouldn't remember, so I may have already chosen that one.
Oh,
Monster.
I don't care if anyone forgets I exist, because once I stop existing, it's not really going to matter.
I agree.
Wait, but do they forget
But
while you're still alive, or what?
That
If
would
you're
also be liberating. All those parking tickets and murders.
That criminal record,
What?
yeah.
Right?
I wouldn't have had to get that reconstructive surgery.
Can you choose?
Change my
Can you
face.
choose who the friend is?
Let's say yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of dark.
So can you get away with choosing someone who's actually someone you don't talk to anymore, but they don't realize it?
I think it still has to be like friend status, like you
A friend,
talk to
yeah.
them.
Oh no.
Someone who you actually like.
Well, but some of us have those friends that are like, you're my friend, but 40% of the time you on my nerves, Is that count?
Could you say oh, Vladimir Putin's a friend? That counts?
I love that guy.
Yeah. Is that option A?
I wouldn't want to be forgotten that intensely.
It doesn't really matter to me if anyone forgets me afterwards.
See, but Gabe, you're sitting up there in heaven, and everyone's like, "Who's this guy?"
I don't give a crap about what the people on Earth
But
think.
what if
They
the people
suck.
in heaven also forgot about you?
They're not people. They're angels.
They're not real people. They can't
I've
vote.
been there before.
They can't vote.
They can't vote.
All right, next question is from Silverblaze. He says, I probably already know the answer, but will there be a react to the MLP movie?
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the first part of that.
Will there be a react to the MLP movie? The first part doesn't matter.
Oh, well, in that case.
It's them probably be like, I probably know the answer.
The obvious, well, maybe not obvious, but the answer that I say to this is, that is the plan. I don't want to get people's hopes too high up in the event that Lionsgate turns out to be really hard to work around.
You should test it with another Lionsgate movie.
I guess in theory I could, but I don't know if it's gonna.
I mean, I did because I did a reaction to and you did a reaction as well to the trailer.
Yes.
And even though it was like it had a copyright notice, it was still like available to watch.
See, that's all I care about. As long as people can see it and it's not like I hate, but it's not impossible to work with when they're like only available or not available on mobile devices. But like, I don't need them to be something that I can't make money off this. What's the point? To me, it's just can people watch it? That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. If it continues to go the way that that all this other stuff has gone, the trailers have gone, then we're looking good so far. But the intention is to do it. I'm just gonna have to test things out leading up to it once things get a little closer.
All right. Jessica McCartney asks, "What are you most excited for at EQLA?" And she will be going as well.
This is such a common answer for me, so I'm going to say convention specifically. I'm really looking forward to Whose Line because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to come out of that panel. As we saw at BronyCon, there were certain things that happened there that was like, oh my gosh. So, and that one just went live today as well. So that's for me. Outside of the convention, I'm really looking forward to hanging out with my friends.
Yes, me too. I'm really looking forward to that.
At a specific place.
I need to learn how to censor myself, so Whose Line makes me more and more nervous because I've got enough gasps from the crowd that it's blood curdling. So I'm always trying to be careful now. I go up and I make a joke and I'm like, everyone will love this, and everyone goes, I'm gonna clap for like 10 minutes.
There was through the selection process, and I know Sarah has a big part in doing this in Paleo and Hero. There was a scene from a hat that was, what was it? Steve Irwin in MLP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And Gabe did about the only thing we could really do with that joke. And I mean, I guess there's
laid down on the stage.
Yeah, I imagine what they were intending was like having someone being like, "Oh, here we have the ponies with 4 legs."
Yeah, I know that would have been the obvious joke. I didn't want to go with that one.
I'll save it for anyone that hasn't seen them.
I thought the obvious joke would have been the stingray thing.
I didn't show a stingray. I didn't do anything. I just
You were sleeping.
I was sleeping.
He was sleeping. He was joking about.
Anyway, I love Steve Irwin, but I don't know. My sense lies very shock value. If whatever's the most politically incorrect or the most ridiculous, we'll say it. But that's because we're a family. We're a family of 6, and you have to vie for attention, and it's hard to get it.
And I mean, it is. It's a comedy show, and sometimes you'll have some things in there that are like, ooh. So
there will be. I always have at least one gasper.
You have to. You have to.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
All right. Next question is from Nora Mermaid again for Gabe. She asks, "What is the coolest gift you've got from a fan?" I feel like there was a question like this last week, but
cool breeze on my face when it's hot.
Nice.
Wow. Joke. Wow.
It's a really tough question to answer because I've gotten. It wasn't that fun.
Is it bad that I just got the joke?
Yes.
I was sitting here like, because isn't there like, I think there's a Brody named Cool Breeze or something.
There is.
And so I was like, I don't get it.
That's a really, really tough question to answer because I know all of us have gotten some incredible gifts, and they're all so different and versatile and meaningful. Like, it's such an honor to have something given to you by someone who you don't know, but they care about your work enough to put the time in to make something for you. It's just humbling and wonderful, and I honestly can't pick a favorite. It's like asking me to pick a favorite child.
I got One thing that was very surprising for me one time was when I think it was Love and Sky that gave me Super Castlevania 4. I was like, holy
Whoa.
shit!
That's awesome.
I want that.
Castlevania's good.
Yeah.
Good old days.
Somebody, I mean, I'm just throwing this out there. Somebody gave me a Judy Hopps plush at this convention, and it was in the rush of heading out of the Bronies React panel, and everyone it was just this huge moving river of people, and all of a sudden he just handed it to me. I'm like, oh my god, thank you! But I never felt like I was able to really thank them enough, and I felt bad about that. I'm like, oh no.
What was it that you got?
It was the Judy Hopps plush, the big one that I got.
Oh.
I got an awesome.
Wait, you just got it in passing?
They walked up right when we were heading off the stage and handed it to me.
Oh.
And I was on the stage, they were off the stage. I wasn't able to really give them, I felt like, the time they deserved for me to properly thank them for that. Because I mean, obviously I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. But there are a lot of things that people, again, like Gabe was saying at these conventions. I know the question wasn't for me, but
nobody asked you.
I've gotten some really cool stuff. Some stuff from people who are currently watching the podcast right now, and it's so amazing that you guys take the time to think of us, and we love you guys. Thank you.
All right, Rosie Diamond asks, were there any small moments at BronyCon that touched your heart?
Ooh, I love meeting.
Stab needle.
I was gonna say I love meeting younger fans, of which I'm like, oh my god, it terrifies me that you watch my content, but at the same time, this is adorable. And one thing that really actually touched me was that there were a number of people. It didn't happen just once. That I feel like it happened close to 10 times at this convention, which every time I heard it, I was like, holy cow. There were a lot of people that came up to me and were like, I came to this convention to meet you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. So cool. Yeah, and at that point, I'm sitting there like,
wow, why?
just to see if you really are as dumb as you appear. When someone tells me that, I'm like, oh, I wish I could be the spin all the time. And, but it's so cool. I mean, it's really touching. It's neat. I also had a few staff compliments our panels that we do, and somebody went on about how professional we are with running panels and just doing well. So that was really cool to hear that from the staff as well. It was kind of a pat on the back. So I was like, oh, thanks. What about you guys? Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Someone told me that they didn't know what this pony stuff was about, but they loved my Beep Beep Sheep song. And they wanted to...
I have to admit something.
What?
Gabe, you didn't get to enjoy this because you weren't with us later that night. So during the Bronies React panel, somebody brought that up, and you started singing the song, and I was sitting there kind of bobbing next to you. I didn't realize until I think...
It was that night when we watched when we were watching YouTube videos.
It was Friday night. Friday night. I had no idea that you had anything to do with the Beep Beep I'm a Sheep song.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Someone knows of a popular song and they want Gabe to sing it. That's neat. Because have you seen the other animated version of that sheep video?
Yes, everybody asks me that. Everybody. Whoa, Beep Beep Amish. Have you seen the other one with the bouncing sheep breasts?
The reason I bring that up is because that was the first one I ever saw. And so I didn't even realize there was an original.
I didn't know there was an original.
And it didn't have your name, because otherwise it would have been like, no way! So, I didn't know.
It says "Take It Away, Gabe" in the song, so that was in there, but it didn't have my name on it.
It could be any Gabe.
the title, I think the YouTube video has the title or whatever. But yeah, the one that I saw, I had no idea. So I sat there and I was just bobbing along like, I wonder why they're having him sing this song right now. This is okay.
It didn't sound like it.
You did okay.
A little. Something crazy happened yesterday. The Living Tombstone tweeted me and Tom and Lil Deuce Deuce and was like, apparently they're putting Beep Beep I'm a Sheep in Just Dance 2018 for the Xbox and Wii. And there's a preview of it. It's so bad. Oh my gosh. Really embarrassing. But also
Wait, there's going to be a Wii version?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
That was so like genuine.
Puzzle's 11 years old.
Yeah.
Like not even the Wii U.
It might be the
Or
Wii U.
Switch.
I don't know.
The PlayStation 2.
Switch. If it comes on the Switch, it'll make more sense.
It's for the GameCube.
It's Nintendo 64. But it's so weird. They have this person in a sheep costume. I feel so sorry.
Oh
for them.
no, you're not wrong.
No, I'm not.
It is coming out on the Wii.
I know. I thought so.
So weird.
I know.
No,
weird.
Wait. They're dancing in a sheep costume?
Yes. Yes, they are. Honestly, it's worth watching, but it's horribly, horribly cringy.
Good.
All right, next question, please. All right. I don't even know how to say this name. KM Yeekle? I don't know. They asked 3 in 1, so let's kind of do like a rapid fire. What's your favorite brunch act?
Request your girls.
Slice of Life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Race, do you have one?
You guys got Larson for.
I'll just say Gen 3.
All right. What's your reaction about the MLP movie?
I'm excited.
It's happening.
I am getting more and more excited. I saw the
Hopefully it's
trailer
good.
again when I went to go see Nutjob 2 and I got a little emotional.
Oh.
Aw, Paleo.
And
You got
favorite
emotional in
season
that job?
favorite season 7 song so far.
What was that one that was?
There's been more than one?
Flawless?
Is that the one that we watched together?
Yeah.
Flawless?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked.
Is there another one?
Oh yeah, that's right. From friggin' the Applejack's parents
The
episode.
Applejack's parents one.
Oh my gosh, no, definitely that song. I love that song so much.
I was just gonna say you're in my head like a catchy song, Felicia Day. That's my
So
favorite.
good.
Like, far and away.
Okay, so I'm just gonna bring this up. When we were having our going through different videos, at one point we were having a total brony moment and looking at past MLP stuff. And there was a song that we all revisited. What song was it? It was the one with the pony.
Coloratura song?
Yeah. And we were all just like, God, this is so good.
It's a really good song.
Which one?
But
I Am Just a Pony.
Magic Inside.
Yeah, the Magic Inside, yeah.
Is this
I
one?
still
Is
haven't
that
seen
That's
it.
what it's called, yeah.
Oh.
Everyone calls it I'm Just a Pony because, yeah.
I'm just a pony and life isn't.
Ponies. I'm just
a bro and I like ponies.
Love and tolerate is what we do to the haters.
Questy asks to ACRacebest, did you find a place for the bead art or is it in the mail with the ponies?
Everything's in the mail that I brought. My good friends Saber and Laura helped me out because I had way too much stuff that was kind of awkwardly shaped, and I didn't want to risk it on the plane. One thing, Sarah, I don't even know if you know about this, but somebody gave me a fake donut.
Wow.
Really
Yeah.
cute.
Because I had to eat the one that was at the anniversary thing. So
Oh, does it have the big donut
yes,
thing on it?
Yes,
Oh, cool.
They remade it. But yeah, Kira gave me some really cute stuff, including your pony, and
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that they got here safe, so I gave them to some people
Yeah.
that I trust and know that they'll take good care of it. As I saw Saber holding a knife over the Judy Hopps plush just days later.
I was at work for that, by the way, so I had no part in it. Just wanna wash my hands of the whole situation.
No, I got a kick out of it, I think.
All right, next question is from Digital Arrow. thoughts on Zootopia 2 unofficially being confirmed. I think they're talking about the McHorn thing.
Yeah, so what happened was Cartoon Brew today released an article on the same thing that we had heard of like 2 weeks ago, which was the McHorn guy. And the thing is, well, I got all excited because the initial report of him saying that came out like a week before D23. So I was like, oh my god, they're going to announce it. Yes, yes, yes. Nope. They did not. So I'm any news pointing to them working on that movie sooner than later, I'm happy with. Obviously.
Nice.
I'm gonna try so hard to one thing I'm worried about is that I, as you guys know, hate spoilers. So I'm like, oh my god, everyone's going to be like sending me everything in regards to Zootopia. Anything that's like anything. It's like, did you see that this person dies? It's like, I didn't want to.
Judy dies?
But she comes back.
Like Jesus?
Yes. Like Judas.
In Zootopia,
Judas.
Anything, so
Judas.
Judaism.
Yeah. Judy. Wow. Here we go.
All right. Next question is from Stubby. If happiness was the national currency, what kind of work would make you rich? The work I like doing, which is drawing.
No, working with dolphins. That would make me internally happy.
Oh my gosh, working with otters. Oh my god.
I'd love to do.
I gotta agree. I'd love to work with dolphins, but if I could do like a show with dolphins and maybe get them and they could sing and we could sing music together, oh my gosh. I hope I dream about this tonight.
Oh, you will. I'm gonna. I love making people laugh. So it would be awesome if like the four of us that do the Who's Line stuff could just go on tour.
Yes, oh my gosh, that'd be awesome. With dolphins.
With dolphins.
Yeah.
So Paleo would be there to
I'll
watch
be the dolphin host.
Yeah, and then Hero would have an otter.
I just would somewhere in the world.
Honestly, it's the closest thing you can get to an otter without having an otter.
I know.
They're wonderful.
Okay, Oziel asks, what did you think DuckTales reboot? It's
I thought I
good.
couldn't understand Donald for a little bit.
Yeah.
Nobody understands Donald.
Yeah.
It took
I
me
understood
until
him
like
later.
the third. It took me until the third viewing to completely understand everything he was saying.
It seemed worse than I recall.
It's probably because he's got more complex lines this time around, and I don't know, maybe because the voice actor, he's been doing this for 32 years. He's getting a little up there in age, I think.
He's new to it.
I wonder if it's kind of the voice is kind of
Well,
deteriorating.
technically,
I don't know.
it's not voice acting; it's cheek acting.
True.
Well, I agree with you. I agree with you what you were saying. Yes,
But outside of Donald Duck being hard to understand, I actually thought it was real good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now bring back
Yeah,
Chicken
it was a really good episode, and I can't wait to see more. So good.
Who's Seymour?
Seymour Butts.
Haha.
I knew it by Seymour Butts.
How many more questions do we have, Sarah?
A few. There's one that I'm saving kind of for last.
Okay.
So we can do like maybe a rapid fire round. Maybe.
Let's do it.
I don't know.
Let's hear it out. We answer questions
All right.
fast on the Semi-Pro
Let's
podcast.
see.
Do we?
Right.
Jazz King Plays asks, if you had more time and or money, what would you do?
Retired.
Yeah, retire.
Travel more and
yeah,
I'd fly
true.
more.
I'd love to travel.
Retire is kind of like the blanket term for like doing like travel, I think, and other stuff
Yeah,
that you just
basically.
want to do. Yeah.
I would buy
I
Irwindale
would get my own
Speedway.
private jet so I didn't have to fly on passenger jets. anymore.
I would buy a Steinway. I really want a Steinway.
Oh yeah.
All right, the Cake Slayer. Rapid fire, guys. The Cake Slayer asks, can we get Gabe to scream "I'm a banana" for us?
Like from that dysfunctional cartoon back in YouTube ancient days.
I think so.
I am a banana.
My spoon's too big. Let's see.
Oh, it's too big.
What are you guys talking about?
Have you never seen Rejected?
No. I don't think so.
And
Rejected
now,
is like an
angry kick.
excellent.
Fire out of my nipples.
Yeah, that is like one of the best like cartoon short things ever.
It's so good.
We answer questions.
My anus is bleeding.
What? This is bleeding.
Actually, there were less questions than I thought there were.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and go for the last question. Couple people like the Cake Slayer and Daniel R have asked about a possible new reactor that you've hinted at.
Yeah. What's the story on that? No spoilers.
Oh, I was just kidding.
It's just a clone of Race.
Well, the good news is you're going to find out very soon because, well, not very soon. I guess people have different definitions of very soon. In this coming React, which will be the reaction to Royal Problem, it's been a little bit on hold because of the vlog stuff from BronyCon, which wasn't helped because since I got sick at BronyCon, everything got pushed back like an extra week. But we have a new reactor that's going to be in that one. And then I think we've already confirmed that we have another new reactor that will be in.
You mean it's all fake?
It's so. I'm genuine. I don't know about y'all, but so we actually, I think we're gonna have another new person in on the next React, which is the one to Perfect Pair. So, plus
I'm texting you, Jeff.
Don't do that. You're texting me?
Just texting you the question.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Or let me answer in a better way.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. But yeah, so really looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see what our definite confirmed person, and I know that they're confirmed because I have their footage, so they're going to be part of it. It is somebody that some people have been like, hey, when is this person going to be part of it? So looking forward to getting them in on the fun. So
yeah.
And then the other person is another person that whose name's popped up once or twice. So yeah. So I think that answers that question. A lot of new content going to be coming out. I'm just like, oh. I also have the new low budget season is going to be coming out, which might be the last ever season of the low budgets.
No. Why? Are they finally tearing it down?
They're trying to close it, but we'll see what happens.
No.
I know. The problem is we don't know if we should destroy all of our stuff right now, so there's nothing left, or if we should just anticipate that maybe there's a glimmer of hope named Starlight.
No.
Wow.
That was where you failed.
Failed.
I love that Ember is like, all y'all names sound the same. There's like sparkles and glimmer.
Oh yeah.
That found like
you guys look and act the same.
Didn't that seem like an extension of the previous episode where it was like making fun of the fact that like which one is it? I don't even know.
Famous.
Yeah, just basically being like, yo, this pony, yo. Nah, I'm looking forward to the upcoming projects. Excited for those that are in them, and yeah, like I said, there will be a React coming out tomorrow, I believe, which is the live React of the new episode. So
One I'm not in.
Nice.
Yeah, I wish.
Were you around?
It was Saturday night.
Yeah, like at like 2:30 a.m.
You and I were talking, Gabe, but I think you had already gone.
No, I remember you texted me and asked what I was doing, and by the time you did, I think it was 2 a.m, and I think I was either asleep or falling asleep.
They let you sleep.
No, I had to sneak away.
Oh, you're hiding under Lifty's van.
Yes.
Well, so I guess that's a wrap here on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. There ain't no crap. It's about that.
Oh.
So yeah. So again, folks, that is going to be it. A reminder for those that there will be a live Bronies React posted tomorrow. So it's a live React. It's not like a full blown Bronies React, but a couple of us grouped together and watched the new episode and at BronyCon. So that was the episode with I always forget it, Fame and Misfortune. Yeah, the end of the vlog will be coming your way, and we got to announce that Black Griffin's going to be out at EQLA. We know Saber, Laura, Sarah, and myself will be at EQLA.
Yeah.
So very much
exciting.
like yeah, no, it's going to be fun. I love having those on the calendar. So it's like yes, we'll be back at it again. So
Yes. At the Krispy Kreme.
At the Krispy.
And we will see you again on September 6th. That is the next date of the Semi Perfect podcast.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, thank you all again, all of the people in the podcast here. Thank you guys girls for coming out. And thank everybody in the chat watching us live. Anybody watching on YouTube or any other service later, thank you for tuning in. This is a wrap up here on the winter. And this
Horse
Wednesday show has come to an end. I don't even know what the date is. Wednesday.
It's the 23rd, I think.
23rd. So,
23rd.
With that, I bid you all adieu.
Peace off, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Kisses
Good night.
from us all at Semi Perfect.
Gabe, did you notice I quoted Zootopia?
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said I bid you adieu.
Are we off?
Nope.
Oh yeah, I bid you adieu.
Okay.